Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Mommy Corner Monday. And if you're new, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys, and hit that little bell thing so that way you'll get notified when we update and do new stuff. So I do want to just go ahead and get started and jump right in. So this edition of Mommy Corner Monday is dedicated to traveling with the little ones. And I know a lot of people think that they cannot travel with their children, and I want to be the one to tell you that they sure can. What would make you think that you cannot? I say travel, especially while they're free. Enjoy yourselves and have fun and explore and play. So this episode will be about traveling by car. So I posted on my blog last week, I do want to say that, about traveling, and I did like an intro to traveling. And I'll put that link down below in case you just want to read it. And then, of course, this week, like I said, it's going to be about traveling by car. I say, like with everything, have a system. Have a system, have a system, have a system. It'll save you a lot of stress and some time, believe me. And I have a lot of less headaches. When you have a system, I have a system for everything. Okay, not everything, but when I do stuff with the kids, I try to have a system. That way it just makes things a lot easier. Okay. I say take creature comforts. So whether it's creature comforts for the hotel, on the road, just something to make it comfortable for your recent trip. I went to visit my sister in Cleveland. I took the baby's bassinet. You can if you don't feel like lugging it around, you can always call the hotel and ask for a pack and play, and they'll supply one for your room. But because Cleveland was like 3 hours away, I had enough space in the car, seeing how it was just me and my kids, and then later my husband joined, that it was doable because we had the space to take it. And it was a creature comfort for him to be able to sleep in his own bed when we were out and away. So like for the car and for the hotel, I packed my toys, books, and snacks. Snacks makes the road so much easier. But what I did was, for the hotel, I took one of my son's favorite toys, and I took that so that way in case we had some sort of downtime, like if the baby was sleeping, needing his nap, and he was up from his nap, or he didn't want to take a nap, or whatever the case may be. If we were just lounging around at the hotel room, I took his toy, one of his favorite toys, so he had something to play with while we were there in case we had downtime. And long and behold, we did have a little bit of downtime, and what did he do? He played with his toy and the stroller, but he still had something that was comfort for him. Dressing comfortable for the car. An example of that is, my kids are hot boxes. My husband is a hot box. The kids are a hot box. I'm cold all the time. So when we were on our way to Cleveland, what I did was I dressed them in one layer, took off their winter coats, the shoes, those were off. And I kept the car in a nice degree temperature for them. And me, since I'm cold all the time, I wore an extra layer and I was fine. But my hormones are still all over the place, so I'm hot, sometimes cold, but as long as they were comfortable. So once the temperature was set, I didn't have a problem with them really being in the car. So I just wore something comfortable, like yoga pants and a loose top, and we hit the road. Best time to travel. I say the best time to travel is either early in the morning or late at night or during a nap time. The worst times to travel is during rush hour traffic and construction. I know you can't avoid construction because that's just the season here, especially in Michigan. It's our 5th season. So, and the worst is construction during rush hour. Oh my God. But with that being said, to try to avoid rush hour times, because of course that can put you in the car longer, and no one wants to be in a car much longer depending on where you're going. Traveling in the morning or traveling at night, well, we'll start with the morning. When you travel in the morning, that means you're going to, of course, wake the kids up, and then they're more likely to go back to sleep while you're in the car. Traveling late at night, that means they're usually sleepy, that they just might go ahead and go to sleep on the road. So then you won't necessarily have to worry about it. Traveling while nap time, Okay, traveling while nap time, you know they're gonna be out for maybe anywhere from an hour to 3 hours. That's your time to like just drive, punch it, get to where you're trying to go, so that way you don't have to worry about it. I say when it's time to rent a car, minimize car time for the kids. That's the most important thing to me, is trying to minimize that time, because we did for my son, my oldest son, his very first road trip in the car, he spent a good portion of the time waiting for us to rent a car, get the car. Once we got the car, put him in the car and start driving. Well, the clock was already ticking for him because he had been sitting in the car waiting and waiting and waiting. And so, of course, we got halfway there, maybe, and then he was done and over the car seat. So we learned that trick the hard way. So what we did the next time when we rented, we ended up just renting the day before we left. So that way, all we had to do was get up that morning and leave. If not, I say like our Cleveland trip, I ended up leaving later in the evening. So what I did was they waited in the car. I took him out his car seat, let him climb around the car and things like that. But then we went and we had dinner. So of course, them having dinner, that gave him enough time to run around, eat, burn off a little energy. So to put him back in the car, he was okay. I say take breaks as necessary. I know it's easier said than done, because sometimes you just want to get there. Who doesn't want to just get there and start their vacation? I mean, really, come on. But sometimes I've noticed if you just take that break, it just makes it so much easier for you. You and your family, and it saves you a lot of headache. So that's all I got for you guys today. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. And if there's some tips that you guys think that you might want to add, that you think I should know, go ahead and add them in the comments below, or you can go ahead and email us. But that's all I got for you guys today. So until next time, loves. Till next week, actually, because then I will be updating you with a new way to travel. All right. Until next time, loves. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.